Hello, I welcome you all to the second day of FDP version 3. I'm Neil from Nordstrom Academy, and I'm extremely happy to say that we had a very phenomenal response yesterday, and I really thank all of you all to for making this possible. And special thanks to Sir Kishore Peshori sir, and he's here and he's always been supporting us. Sir, I would like to thank you in front of all the members over here for making this possible on the second day itself. Now, without wasting any further time, sir, I would like to hand it over to you to share some words with the team members, and then we directly get the session started with Hitesh. Thank you so much, sir, once again, and welcome all of you all. And over to you, Peshori, sir.
Well,
Peshori,
Neil,
sir. Yeah.
things have been quite upfront on the better side as we are improving day by day. I say every day brings a new ray of hope, and this day also we are trying to learn new things. As yesterday President Sir said, relearning has been the order of the day, relearning, reimagining, and rebranding. Hindustan Unilever Limited today made a very important step. They said fair and lovely. They are going to drop the word fair in that fair and lovely brand. So rebranding has always been the order of the day, reimagining and rethinking both. So today we are going to learn a very new technique from you, that is Microsoft Meets, which is one of the branded things Microsoft, as you all know, and Meets has joined with Geo also to partner for online teaching. And let's try to learn the new thing. Yesterday I learned Kaut from you, so it's a very good experience when we are learning new things from a faculty like Hitesh. So all the best and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that word. Yes, absolutely. In fact, you won't believe, sir. Right before this session started, I actually got a WhatsApp forward with a screenshot saying that Fair and Lovely is actually going to, so Unilever is actually going to drop the name Fair, which is phenomenal, and I think that's a change which is radically required, and thankfully it's happening now. And being a student of advertising and branding, it's purely the mindset of people and how quickly it's changing. I remember there was a time when Shah Rukh Khan sir used to be the brand ambassador of Fair and Lovely, and now the time has come where people consumers are not buying that product just because of the name. And this all has happened, I believe, in last 6 7 years. So that's the kind of change which is happening, sir.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else, sir, you would like to share, or
No, basically, I would say that online learning is here to stay, but at the same time, you have to be very cautious, blended learning and collaborative learning. Because what we are finding is a recent spate of suicides. I find that what we are missing is peer to peer learning, which is missing in the online learning. So, rather, if you can emphasize on peer to peer learning, which is most important in today's trend, then I
yes,
think
sir.
we'll be doing a human spirit.
100%, sir. 100% will be doing that. 100%. Very important point, sir has highlighted, and it's really important that while we are in isolation, we are in it together. Hitesh and me, we have conducted and we have taught close to 1.5 lakh teachers and professors, students in last 1.5 2 months. But it has we have just met once, and that too also was not was for a business purpose, but it was for some personal reason that we had to meet. But yes, there is not a single day when we are not discussing, we are not talking the teams. We also see our highs and lows with the businesses, but it's really important to talk, and that is one thing which I'm clearly seeing right now. And you're right, sir. Digital is going to grow, but isolation shouldn't cover you up. And whenever there is a problem, go out and reach out, and talk. So I completely agree with you over there, sir. Hitesh, I give it over to you. I think people are really looking forward to learn Microsoft and how it can be used for education. And Geo and Microsoft coming together. I don't know what Bill Gates sir and Mukesh Patel bhai are going to do together, but that is something that we will know as the time comes. So Hitesh, are you ready? We can start the session now.
Hi, can you guys hear me very well? Am I audible to all of you? Give me a quick yes in the chat box. Can you guys hear me very, very well? Give me a quick yes. Okay, fantastic. All right, so let's get started today. In today's session, I'm going to speak about some very cool tools, including the tools by Microsoft as well. And I'm going to today list upon everything. What are the pros? What are the cons? What is the right way? What are the wrong things to do on the digital tools which are available today over here? First of all, let me start by telling this that did you guys enjoy yesterday? And did you really have a lot of fun in terms of learning something new, learning something that was totally out of box for you guys? Give me a quick yes or a no on chat box. Right? Okay, fantastic. Let me now share my screen, and let's just begin today's session on understanding how do we make teaching more fun and how do we start using some digital tools which will actually help you to take your learnings to the next level, right? So now I got a lot of common requests. A lot of people were asking about certificates, so I just want to clarify something about certificates today. That certificates will be only awarded to those people who attend both the days. That means you have to attend yesterday's session and today's session. Now, people who are on YouTube, remember that there's nothing called as, we don't have three separate sheets. Like yesterday, we again got a lot of queries where people were, figuring out there were three separate sheets, separate sheet for, Facebook. So separate sheet for attendance, separate sheet for assessment, separate sheet for test. We got nothing like that. We only have one sheet. That's it. Only one sheet is there, which is actually combining everything. That means today's test, which what we're going to conduct today, will have your feedback, your attendance, everything is recorded in the single sheet itself. And the name will only be captured, whatever name you gave yesterday. So just in case, basically, some of you, you give a test today, you put a separate name today, put a separate name yesterday. So the tool will pick up automatically one of the names. It's not in our control. So we can't change any one of your names in the certificate as well. So I just want to make it very clear for all of you that it will be only awarded to people who attend both the days, yesterday and today. If in any one of the sheets, your name is not there, right? You would not be getting your certificates. Also, the certificates will be coming in next few days to all of you. So if you have patience, so probably we'll try to issue certificates after the session gets over in 48 hours. All right. And it will come via it will be a combined PDF with an Excel sheet. You have to correspond your name with it and you can download a certificate from there. So just to give you some important notice from that, this is what we're going to do. Okay. So now coming to the point where what do we do in online teaching? So before I begin, let me welcome all of you in this session today. And let me kind of tell you that how you're going to today become a better online teacher. So today, if you see, when you start doing online teaching, there are three big hurdles when it comes to teaching online. The first big hurdle is that how do we give material to our students in a systematic fashion? That's the first thing. And it's one of the biggest challenges that we have today, that how do we start giving materials? How do we start giving stuff to people, right? Which we already covered yesterday for you, where we actually covered, something called as Google Classroom, where you can distribute material, you can start giving attendance to people, you can do everything over there in yesterday's tool. Number two, okay, is how do we ensure that live teaching is more effective? So today we're going to see some tools which I'm going to show you, about live teaching, how do we do live teaching better, and also how do we use Microsoft tools to kind of again share, distribute material, and get students onboarded, what is to be done, how it is to be done. We're going to see all of those things today, right? And number three is how do we assess the progress of a student, whether the student is progressing or not. That's very, very important from a grading perspective, from a college perspective, where we actually check whether actually student is making progress month on month or not. If they're not making progress month on month, then what can be the reason for it? And how can we essentially catch him at the right time and make his life better? So how many guys over here, you think that your sole aim is to actually make students' life easier? And you think if you're able to do that after this 2-day sessions, you are on the path of becoming one of the best online teachers. Give me a quick eye on the chat box in case you're committed to actually make, students' life easy. Right? Okay, fantastic. So let's get started. So now, today if you see, everything is going online. And we also have to change the way we assess things, the way we do things. For example, today there are multiple multi-billion dollar companies who are actually changing their business model. For example, today if you see, Swiggy has started delivering online. Like doctors today consult online. There are street vendors now who are selling face masks. So let me kind of tell you a story. So what actually happened is, there's a small bhelwala outside my house, and you won't believe, okay, before this thing, he was actually selling, bhel to people. And after the lockdown, okay, he was totally confused on what is to be done, how it is to be done, whether his family will survive the lockdown or not. And as you know that, imagine if big business are getting affected. One of the biggest affected businesses is all these street vendors. So one day he came to my colony and he started selling face masks to people. And I was very surprised. I said, like, how come you are selling face masks to people? And what happened to your, obviously your business can't run, but how come you got this idea? He said, sir, my wife, she's somebody who actually does salai. That means she does the job of sewing, and she can actually use a machine pretty well. So I said, why not we basically use her talent? And then, why not I basically start, making face masks and selling face masks. Now imagine, it's a very big thing when a guy like him can actually change the way, he was doing business before. He was changed the way in how things were working before. Why can't we change, right? Because change is the only thing which is constant every single time. There's nothing beyond change, and technically we all need to change as well, because if we don't change with time right now, time will change us. Do you agree that change is the only thing which is constant? And we have to keep evolving as teachers. We have to keep evolving as individuals, because forget about empowering everybody else. When you start learning new things, technically you yourself get empowered. You yourself start feeling nice about things. How many people over here, you actually feel that when you start imparting things to people, when you start changing the models, the way of working, it actually helps you to change things for yourself as well. Give me a quick me on the chat box in case you can relate to this, and in case you feel that actually yes, when I start changing my business, things actually, when I start changing the way I actually start teaching people, the way I impact people's life, it actually helps me change, my entire model as well. In case you agree to this, give me a quick I agree on the chat box. Yep. Because essentially we all are somebody who start doing things in a better way. And I want all of you to, in fact, think and believe that this thing can actually work for you. Because till time you don't believe that I want to go online, till time you don't feel the need of I want to go online, you will never go online. And the day you believe that, things will actually start changing for you, right? So with that note, let's begin. So as you can see over here, if a small street vendor can change a business model, why can't we? In fact, a luxury maker, Louis Vuitton, right? They started selling face masks. Imagine, nobody must have imagined that a luxury maker who was selling luxury clothing will actually start making face masks. And Mahindras, Indian company, started making hand sanitizers. Car company like Ford, Maruti, they started making ventilators. Now, when all of these people will actually start, changing, imagine, why can't we change? So as I told you, don't, and plus, I would recommend every teacher, don't see this as change. See this as a chance to make education better. So I'll tell you some advantages of doing this. The advantage of doing this is, if you see beforehand, your market was what? Indian market, used to teach people locally, but now for all of us, the market has gone global. In fact, international educators and Indian educators have no difference at all. Now we can start taking international kids, and international people can start taking ours. So which is why you are now playing in a global competitive space. So in case you want to do something, this is the time right now to start doing things for yourself, right? So let me do a quick recap of yesterday's session. Yesterday's session, we saw 3 things. Number 1, we saw this app called Kahoot. How do we engage students? What do we do about it, right? Number 2, we saw the application called Google Classroom. On how do we make classrooms? How do we start giving notes? How do we start practical assignments? How do we start putting deadlines in place? And number 3, I would request at least one of you over here in your respective colleges, schools, K-12 or primary schools, whichever school you belong to, right? Specialization schools as well. I want you to start becoming a digital lead for your schools, right? Because you're the ones who know now better than everybody else. So when you start becoming a digital lead, correct? That is when things will actually change for you. And things will actually work for you as well. Okay. So which is why you should do that. So now let us start today's session, and let me just tell you about, before I tell you about more Microsoft Teams and other stuff, let me show you how has the education system evolved over a period of time. So today, if you see, earlier if you see, we used to use chalkboards. Now we use projectors. And today, your school is a computer screen in front of you. Now, there are multiple things computer screen can do for you. Don't see this as computer screen. See this as something, which can actually, when you start speaking to the small camera in your computer, you're speaking to the world. Like currently, if you see, as I'm with you right now, speaking to almost 2,000 people at this point in time. Before COVID happened, were you able to do that? Not really, correct? And today I'm going to show you how to conduct live sessions with Teams and other tools as well, right? So now, before I tell you more about that, let us understand what are the challenges of teachers. What are currently teachers facing right now? So one of the biggest challenges, how to make sessions more interactive. How do we start doing things better? Second challenge is how do I monitor attention of students? How do I know students are actually doing things or not doing things properly? Right. Number 3 is how do we keep a track of people who actually attend, don't attend? And number 4 is how to show things like practical things like accounting, mathematics, etc. Right. Do you agree? These are all the challenges with teachers. Give me a quick agree on chat box in case you agree with this. These are all the challenges that we face right now at this point in time. Yeah, as teachers. Correct. So I'm going to show you how do we overcome all these challenges step by step, correct? And what should issue for assignments? Does it really work? Not really work? How does it really work? And ultimately, how to have the same experience as the offline classes? Because sometimes, I was again, teaching in one of these colleges recently, and one of the biggest concern for that college was that the fees of the students have not come down. They're still paying the same amount of fees that they used to pay earlier. No, that's not wrong, right? Because obviously college also meets the expense. The rentals have not gone down, staff salary has not gone down, everything, all the expenses are same. So why should basically the fees come down? But from a student perspective, he feels that I'm paying the same amount of fees, but my experience is not the same, correct? And which is why the parents, the students, sometimes they're concerned, whether actually it's a good thing or a wrong thing to do. Do you agree with me that this is one of the biggest concerns for students? And do you face this concern right now? Yeah, give me a quick yes or a no. Whether you basically, whether you can face this concern right now or not. Yep. So again, this is where you have to educate them. If you tell them that these tools which are there, ultimately, they also require some learning curve. They also basically require some amount of investment of money, time, energy, and the expense have not gone down. But yes, we can make your experience better online. That's what I'm trying to do today with all of you over here. Correct? Now, there are different modes of online training. The first mode is what we call live session, which we're already doing on Zoom. So if you really ask my suggestion for live sessions, all of you should be using Zoom only. The Microsoft Teams is there. I agree to that, but the experience in this Zoom is much, much better than a Teams. Right. Number 2 is recorded sessions. Now, recorded sessions, you can use Google Drive. You can use, Talent LMS, and you recorded videos from there, correct? I'm also going to show you how to do that using Teams as well. Number 3 is presentation-based learning. For presentation-based learning, probably you can use Microsoft Teams. 4th is interactive. When you make a session, always keep on asking close-ended questions to people and keep on asking them to type you. Because the moment they start typing, you start feeling more comfortable. And even they start feeling more comfortable with you. Because then they know they are participating, they are constantly engaged with you. And that's what makes sessions more interesting for them. And the last half session is whiteboard based. Now, if you're an accounting teacher, mathematics teacher, physics teacher, you want to start writing sums on the board. Even that's possible. You can do that with, Zoom or Microsoft Teams and other apps as well. And we'll show you exactly how to do that today. How can you make a whiteboard based learning? So whiteboard based learning, you can use this tool called Microsoft, OneNote. And I'm also going to show you a demo of that as well today. So these are all different modes available for you, okay? Which is why you can actually use all of these things. So yes, I'm going to show you a lot of alternatives also in case if you're concerned about privacy issues with Zoom. I'm going to show you every alternative for that on how do we go about doing that, all right? So the first things first, let us understand how do we start engaging people. One of the best ways to engage students is use this thing called Boxwood, okay, for teaching people live. So I'm going to show you a demo of this. It's a very interesting tool. I've shown it in the past also, but I'm still going to show you today as well because a lot of you are coming here for the first time, right? So how do we use Boxwood.com? You first have to go to Boxwood. So let's say, for example, I'll just go to one of my browsers. And we go to Boxwood.com. The moment you go to Boxwood.com, okay, you need to first make a login ID and password over here. So I already have one. I'm just going to sign in. And then we start making questions over here. Let me now start making questions out here. So I'm showing things, okay. And let me just delete these older questions initially. All right, let me delete this as well. Okay, now, so this is your fresh Boxwood dashboard. Okay, you come to Boxwood and now we start adding new questions out here. How do we add new questions? So what we can do is first give the event a name. So let's take, I just type FDP version 3. Okay, I say my location of the event is online. And if I want people to receive an email, somebody voting, I can also do that as well. Okay, I can do that. And if I want to archive it, I can also archive this particular event as well. But let's start making some questions out here. So we just click on add new question. The first question is, what is the best tool to give assignment and grades completely online for free? My questions are Google Classroom, Boxwood, and the third one is, let's take Kahoot. The right answer is Google Classroom. I just take the right answer. Let's see update. My first question. The second question is, let's take, for example, sometimes before you start a session, you can also ask them what are the challenges that people are facing right now. Let's take, for example, I want to ask you, what are the current challenges that you're facing while teaching? So I can also keep the questions more open-ended. I can just, so rather than say putting a single question, single option means I just make them tick mark one option. I can also use what we call as open-ended question where people actually start typing free text, and I can just ask you, what are the current challenges teachers are facing while teaching, right? And then you can actually start answering the question. You can start putting some questions, answers over here. I get a word cloud of all your responses then. So I'd like to request you to put that, because that will help us to understand what the current challenges you're facing right now. And then I come over here. Let me just put the third question right now. Okay, and I put a third question over here. Let's take, for example, I say, what is the best voting application online, live? Say I put Boxwood, Kahoot, Microsoft Teams. I'll put Boxwood over here, and I'll say update. Okay. Now let's say I want to add a new slide. I want to have a new section. I can also put a new section. I can say add a new slide, and I can actually make a quick slide over here. Saying the slide examples can be this. Let's take this one. Where it can be a fun slide for me, asking people, okay, that what, put some facts, put some figures. You can do that as well. But I think that's currently in the paid version. But nonetheless, I just want to show you that, right? Let's have 3 questions over here. Now I want to play this quiz with you. Now it's very simple. Once you do that, click on this thing called live. And once you go live, all right, you have to give what we call as a pin. You can see this thing. People have to go to live.boxwood.com and use the pin 65659. So I want all of you to do that right now. I want all of you guys to currently go to live.boxwood.com. They'll ask you to enter a pin, and I wanted to enter a pin saying 65659. Okay, so all of you just go to live.boxwood.com and try this out. And once you're done, I want to type done on chat box. Are you guys in? Okay. All right. So I'm assuming all of you are in already. Okay. So now I'm just going to basically present it live in front of you. So first things first, you see this is the Boxwood dashboard. You can in fact go to the questions over here, and you can see the 3 questions out here, correct? So you can see 1, 2, 3, and this is the options. And the results will also come live immediately once this is over. So let me just start the quiz right now. When the moment you come in, I start. Now you'll see the same options coming on the screen right now. I wanted to start voting. And I want to tick mark the right answer. It can be Google Classroom, Boxwood, or Kahoot. Tick mark the right answer. What is the best tool to give assignments and grades completely online for free? People are not joining, you can join in, go to live.boxwood.com, put the pin 65659, and put your answers right now. Two, one. Let's look at the answer. So we can see Google Classroom got the highest voting. 81% people voted. There were 446 people who took participate in this one. You can see right hand side, 46 people. And then what is a tick mark? Correct? This is the first one. Was super easy, guys? Give me a quick clear or easy on the chat box in case you found it super easy and super useful, right? To conduct quiz with people. Okay. Are you ready for the next question? It's the next question. Now, what are the current challenges you're facing? This is the open-based free text. You can just type the answers. I will enable this thing right now. 3, 2, 1, start. Twenty seconds more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So as you can see, this is a word cloud. 61 people start typing. If I want, I can also check the frequency of the word as well. So you can see number one issue is online teaching, then engaging students, interaction, connectivity, network issues, teaching online, interaction student, internet, network, student attention, technology, connectivity issues, etc., etc., etc. So as you can see over here, all the things that we saw right now, it's all the current challenges people are facing right now at this point in time. All right. So you can see, like, you can also collect feedback from people like this. So once you start teaching people, you can just ask them, okay, what do you think about what is digital marketing, or what do you think about Pythagoras theorem? What is the first thing comes to your mind about, astronomy? And you can ask people to type things over there. And you can check what is the general perception of the entire student and what is the typing right now. Do you think this can help you to engage people? Give me a quick yes or a no. Yep. So you can actually start doing that. All right. Great. Now, let's go to the third one. What is the best voting application, for live voting? Are you ready? Let's start this thing. You get 60 seconds. Time starts now. Twenty more seconds to go. And one and done. So Boxwood is the right answer. Most of you got this right, but 516 people attended the session this time. Right, fantastic. So this is how you can use this tool. Very interesting tool for any one of you to start telling people about your sessions. Did you find this useful, people? Give me a quick yes. And you love this tool. Give me a quick love on the chat box. Right? This is what you should be doing. So you should be using Boxwood a lot for your students and for everybody as well. Okay. Now, let's go to the next tool for today, which is the very own Microsoft Teams. Okay. But how do we conduct live sessions with Microsoft? Let's understand that. So for this, you need to go to this website called teams.microsoft.com. This is where you have to go first. Now, one of the things that Microsoft is that every student and every teacher, they all need to make an account of Microsoft with the college ID. Okay. So just first of all, type Microsoft for education. And once you do that, okay, you can actually, if you make an account over here, if you come over here, sign up for your school, sign up for your college, only one faculty can sign up, and then they can add the rest of the faculties over here. So let's take, for example, if I am the faculty, I can just say Microsoft Teams, they got a lot of tools, they got videos, they got notebook, they got multiple tools over here. Okay, so then you can simply go ahead and sign up over here. That's the first thing you should all be doing with Microsoft. Okay, and how to do that? You can just simply go to let me go to involvement mode and show you, because I'm already signed in right now, which we're not showing sign up option, but I'll just go to teams.microsoft.com. And when I do that, it'll ask me to make an account over here. So this is Microsoft login. I'll just say I don't have an account, create one. And over here, then I don't sign up for myself. So I can just put hitesh.motwani@somaya.edu. So in case you have an edu ID, they will recognize you. Okay. With this, Microsoft for education. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me sign up with the education ID, because that's better. So you can see you sign up for free. Click on sign up for free out here. Over here, if you use the college ID, right? So, okay. I think there's some bug in Microsoft right now. You're not allowing it. Whether they'll allow you, if you have a school ID, college ID. Like currently, if you see over here, we're using college ID of Nordstorm right now to to impart you training right away, right? So once you're signed up with Microsoft ID, okay, then you come to this thing called as Microsoft Teams. This thing will open up. And how does it really work? The caveat for Microsoft Teams is that every faculty in every college needs to use one single ID. So for example, like my current ID is Hitesh at the rate nordstormacademy.onmicrosoft.com. So to make a school ID over here. Once you make a school ID in Microsoft, all right, then you can simply first of all go to Teams and you can start creating your own team. Let's take for example, I want to create my own team. I can say join a create a team over here. And I say create a team, right? And then I have to put what's my it's a class, it's a personal learning community, it's a staff, it's for other people. What is I'm using this thing for? Let's take I say it's a class, then I say class, then I have to put a name to my school. Let's take the name to my classes, FDP for teachers. Okay, and I click on next. Once I do that, okay, then I need to simply start typing student's name out here. Now, I don't have a student who is onboarded on Microsoft, and if I want, I can also keep on adding a teacher over here as well. So I can add multiple teachers, I can add multiple students, but the only thing is they all have to make an account on Microsoft and with the same school ID. So let's take if you got an account on Microsoft and you want to come to my school, that's not allowed right now because they all have to belong to the same school, correct? So once I'm done, I click on skip, and this is my first FDP. Now, once you get your students over here, so let's take I got all my students, to make an ID over here. I can keep on making sub-chapters. So let's take, for example, one of the sub-chapters is called, now the chapters they call it as channel. So let's take, I want to discuss, today I'm discussing thing with them, today I'm discussing thing with you, how to engage students. That's a major challenge. I just do that. I say add. Okay, so that's my chapter. Now let's take, I want to also add a file over here. I want to upload my PowerPoint so I can share it with all of you, right? I can actually upload my entire PowerPoint file out here. And then whoever is there in this school right now, that means when the all students join in, whoever is in the school, they will automatically get the PowerPoint for free, correct? So I can just click on upload and I can actually upload my entire file over here. And I can actually upload it in the cloud over here itself. So let's say I go to my desktop. Let me upload a file and show it to you. How does it really work? Let's take for instance, I am using PPT out here. So the moment I upload this item, the item will get uploaded automatically on the cloud. And once it gets uploaded on the cloud over here, students can actually access it wherever they want. So one of the advantages of this using this tool is you don't have to email and everything. Everything is there in one place itself. Now earlier, Microsoft used to charge for this thing, but currently they're giving it for absolutely free for at least till the time of COVID for education institutes. After COVID is over, I'm not sure it's free or not, but then at least till the time of COVID, it is completely free for everybody. Okay, and if I want, I can just simply click on this, and I can I can basically also see the PPT over here itself. I can look at how does it work. I can see how does it look. I can make changes over here, and I can actually use it over. This is Microsoft tool. PPT is also Microsoft tool, so we can actually present you the entire thing from here itself. And then if I want, I can also edit. I can change things over here. I can change the material over here. I can also pause the slide, resume the slide. I can transition the slide, and while I'm taking a class, I can present all of these things to people as well. Do you think this is helpful for all of you? Give me a quick yes or no. And are you able to understand this so far? Yep. So you simply do that. Okay. Then they also have a design option over here, right? This is a very good option where you can actually also start designing your slides. They've got some themes that you can change. They've got, so this is exactly like your PowerPoint. Okay, this is exactly your same PowerPoint which is there. And they also have a designer feature, which is one of the best features I love at least. What designer feature does, it will automatically align your slides and make it beautiful looking. So as you can see over here, my 4 points are like very plain looking. The moment I click on this, it will automatically put emojis and it will actually design the slides in a way that starts looking much better over here. To show it to you, right? So the thing is that you don't even be a designer. If you're not a technical person, not a designer, it will automatically design your site. You can see over here, they got emojis, they got good PowerPoint, and it looks so neat and clean right now. For example, I'm going to show you 3 tools from Microsoft Team, Microsoft OneNote and all. Now look at this. They give you such beautiful templates. Let's see, I want to see what designs. Okay, let me read this one. Right. And voila, the site has changed. Right. This is the inbuilt feature in Microsoft. And when you use Teams, this feature comes for free. So you can actually do that for yourself. Do you guys think this will actually save a lot of time in designing your PowerPoints and things for you? Yeah. Give me a quick yes or a no or chat box. Okay. And yeah, once now somebody asked me a question, can people download it? Yes, you can. So once it's done, click on file. Okay. Download as PowerPoint, as the copy, as this thing, or as images. Right. So you can do that as well. Correct. So this is how you use this inbuilt PowerPoint feature within the team itself. So now let's take, for example, I want to also put some notes over here, right? I can also start putting some notes for people as well, but I can actually put some notes, some material, I can do that and I can share it with my students as well. So you can also use this tool for people to make it very effective. The only drawback in Team is, I think that Microsoft Team software is a bit slow. It takes a lot of load. So you need a good system to actually use this tool. So let's take, I want to give a note out here. I can just put a quick note. I can say, the tools we learned today. What was the first tool we learned today? Boxwood. Number 3, Kahoot. Number 4, let's take OneNote. So I can actually start putting my notes together, and you can see this is a thing called microphone. where I can also start typing. I can also start recording my session over here. So let's take, for example, I'm now speaking in front of you, and it's currently recording, all my words, correct? And this is how I can also start typing things while I'm speaking to you. So I can actually start recording notes to people. I can start giving my notes. I can start giving my materials to people, and the software will automatically type everything, step by step by step by step. Right? So much. How do you find this particular feature of Microsoft? Do you think this is going to be helpful for you? It's going to be life changing for all of you? Give me and how many of you guys find this wow? Type the word wow on chat box. In case you found this super amazing. You found this extremely useful. Okay, so yeah, so you can actually do this as well on Microsoft Teams. Okay, I can just then cut paste this entire thing. I can just put it over here, center, right? I can just do that. But you need to make corrections. They'll not exactly take up things step by step, right? So you need to also make corrections in your speeches out here. Okay. All right. So now let's go to the next feature of Microsoft Teams out here. No, this is absolutely free. There's no money for this tool right now. As it is completely free for limited period, only till COVID times. Maybe post-COVID they'll charge you, but right now, not really. Okay. Now, how do we invite students in bulk? So let's take not everyone come and join in over here. So there's a way to invite students in bulk also. How to do that? You can just click on a small 3 arrow, and you can see this thing called get link to the team. Give this to people. You copy the link and you start giving this link to your students. When the student gets a link and when they make an account with the school ID, then only they can start coming in over here. Otherwise, they can't join in, in the school right now. So that's only the one limitation that Microsoft has. Otherwise, it's fantastic. Are you clear so far about this? Give me a quick clear in chat. Is very clear till that. Is it very clear till now? Yep. Okay. I can also see this draw feature out here. I can also start drawing things. I can actually start putting a pen. I can start putting things over. I can say, okay, which is this thing? Boxwood, OneNote, all that stuff. So I can also start drawing again for myself. By the way, this feature is called Microsoft OneNote. So you can also open this thing separately as well. We can start putting notes. Like how do you have textbook for people, correct? Similarly, you got textbook which is online, like a chapter which is online, and then people can actually start typing things. They can start typing notes, and they can keep the chapters like a book format online. This is a second tool called Microsoft OneNote. Your school, so you can sign in, make an account of your school. Just sign in over here with the same account. So you actually what your teacher student, just even teacher come inside. Once you're joining in, okay, this is how you can start making notes over here. How do you start making? Very simple. First things first, take a small arrow, and you can say, I want a new notebook. So you have to make, like, how do you make notebooks? You can just put a notebook out here. I can say digital marketing. You can create. Okay. Once you've done this, click on got it. So yes, in case you want to start sketching things, you need a pen and tablet for that. So let's take now. I can start giving notes. I can just in section. Let's say today's chapter is, how to engage students. The first chapter, right? And my page is about tools for engaging students, right? And let's say I can start doing a voice typing out here. I can say allow, and I can just say today we learned about 3 tools. The first tool was second tool was Boxwood, and the third tool is Microsoft Teams. Okay, it's not typing that much, but let me just type it out. Boxwood, Microsoft Teams, third, Microsoft OneNote. Okay. Now once I've done this, I can suppose I want to draw. Let's say I'm an accounting teacher. I want to draw something. I can also click on draw. But for this you need a pen tablet. But yes, I can also start drawing basically over here. So you can see I can just put some sums. I can say my handwriting is that bad because I'm using a mouse right now. But I can also draw sums. So in case you got a pen tablet, you can actually do that over here. Right. Sorry for this. Okay, let me just shut this off. But yes, you can start drawing things over here. Suppose if I want to start putting some equation link, you can see there's some examples out here for equation links as well. Okay, or I can also start putting some keyboard. I can select my equation. I can type maths button. They've got an inbuilt feature for mathematical equations for people to actually start typing over there. I can just click maths. I can just click over here and I can say a square plus b square is equal to a square b square. Okay, you can just start something like, you can just start putting some equations out here. Okay, so but I think this will better come with a tablet. Okay, it won't come that well for otherwise. So you need a tablet for this one, unfortunately. All right. And once you've actually done this, then people can actually start saving notes and start saving stuff over here. It's like a digital calendar. They can also use a mobile app to actually do this, to actually save things over here as well. So they actually start doing that, right? So mobile application or computer, and that's the best part about it. You can actually start doing things in a much easier, better way. So yeah. So and if you want, you can actually reading view as well. You can start reading stuff. You can start reading notes. Again, you can actually do that. You can do whatever notes they want, and they can start surfing notes out here. So it's like a digital library for people where they can actually start, saving their notes and everything in a systematic fashion. You can see my notebooks are over here. You can also check when we open a notebook last, or what do we do, what chapter we saw. You can see all of those things out here. Correct? This is Microsoft OneNote. So this is a good note-taking tool, a note-taking application for people, in case you want to use that. So are we clear with this so far? And by the way, you can also start putting videos, you can start putting YouTube links, you can start putting, everything out here. You can start putting bullet points, and you can see there's some sample sessions out here. You can start putting work list as well. And you can also put images out. You can see some images out here. Okay. And you can start putting that over here as well. So you can actually start doing a lot of things over here. I would urge you to explore this on your own once you're free. Okay. So are we clear for this, people? Any doubts so far? Okay. Okay. Great. Let's go further. The last tool I'm going to show you today is called Microsoft Flipgrid. The best part of Flipgrid is, now let's take if you're a school teacher, pre-primary teacher. Sometimes what happens is, it will be difficult for people to actually start listening to you, correct? So I'm going to show you how does that work. So make a same account for Microsoft Grid. Now, how does the grid work? It's very simple. First things first, this is the application which can actually help you to make your own readable material. That means people can not only see, people can start reading. So this software will read out the notes to you. Okay, and whatever you type, it will automatically start reading out things for you. So first things first, you need to make an online school over here. Like we made a school showing, we made a grid called digital marketing, right? So I can also make a new grid. Let's take if I make a new grid saying that is FDP version 3. Okay, and this is for every educator in the world. I say next. If I want to add a password, I can also add a password. For students, nothing is required. Students actually come over here automatically. So I'm just going to put this on my screen right now for everybody to see it. Okay, I come to this later. What can we do over here? Correct. Now over here is where we actually start putting our lesson. So now I can start adding a new topic. So let's take add a new topic over here. And my topic over here is how to teach primary and pre-primary kids. Now, but see, they can't, see, the thing with them is they will not be able to read till now. Okay, because some of them have reading ability, some of them are not great readers, but they can listen, correct? Now, sometimes you might not be able to, sometimes you might not be able to actually record videos or record audios, correct? This tool reads out the material you type automatically. Let me show you how. I just put over here something like this. I say, in today's world, it is imperative that technology can teach every single person. What are the best tools to help students learn at this digital age remotely? Number one, Flipgrid. First is Flipgrid. Number two is Kahoot. Number three, Microsoft Teams. I did that. Okay, look at this. I clicked on this. I think the recording time for this one is hardly 45 seconds. Okay, and if I want to add a media to engage with, I can also add a photograph. Okay, I can just simply do this. I can also record a video straight away in this tool. Simply say, I put an emoji to, get people in. I can also add these themes out here. Okay, let's take this one. Let's take this one, which is more fun. I'm going to add this emoji out here. This is for kids. Adults can use it though. And I'll say 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, in case you're looking for some great tools in digital marketing space for teaching better, use Flipgrid and read this thing further to know it better. Thank you. I click on next. I review this. If I want to do that, I click on next. Hey guys. Next. right? And I just play, okay. So they'll prepare a video, they'll upload my video automatically in this grid. And once everything is done, I will share the link with you right now, and you can see for yourself how does it work. I'm also going to show you a demo of this right away in front of you right now. Okay, it's a super cool thing that they do, and it's quite amazing, right? And I just say complete. I say create a topic. Now look at this. I will copy this Flipgrid. I will open this Flipgrid in a separate browser. So students not even log in. If they have this link, they can just click on this link. When they come over here, this is what they see. So they see my video, and when I press this play button out here, look what happens. I'll play this thing in front of you right now.
In today's world, it is imperative that technology can teach every single person. What are the best tools to help students learn at this digital age remotely? 1. Flipgrid. 2. Kahoot. 3. Microsoft Teams.
How did you find this one? Did you find this super amazing, people, where your text is converted into speech and people can actually listen to you? Rather than reading, they can actually listen to what you type, right? And that's the best thing, right? So I'll just put this link for all of you to experience this yourself. So just the way I did, Vaishali, I type it out, people play it, right? And you can also record your own video, just in case. This is my video which I just made right now. People can watch the video over here as well. Hey guys, in case you're looking for some great tools in digital marketing space, okay. So did you find this tool amazing? Yep. Great. So I'll just this for you guys, people on YouTube, if you want to do this. I'll give you a moment. Just take a picture of this and see it for yourself, right? See it for yourself. This is Flipgrid for you, okay? And Flipgrid is quite an amazing tool. I think it's revolutionary in the way it's actually made, the way it's actually done for people and for students as well. So far, how are you guys liking this session till now? Are you guys, enjoying the session till now? Are you guys able to actually figure out things, and you're learning something very new, right? Normally, I'm sure, and I bet that you must have not been seeing this kind of content, in any of the other FDPs that you're currently doing. Okay. So Siley, for that, if you use Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel to mark attendance, that has to be done manually though, like how you normally do it in the physical classroom. That's how you do it, right? That's the tool for this one. Now some tools for live training, in case you do not know this, in case you missed my previous sessions, you can use Zoom, Livestorm, Google Meet, WebEx, or GoToMeeting. These are multiple tools available for you to do your live meeting effectively, right? Then you can also use so Microsoft, as I told you, use 3 tools. Okay, Microsoft Teams, Microsoft OneNote, Microsoft Flipgrid, because these are the 3 tools which can actually help you to understand better, and to also basically figure out things in an easier and a better fashion, right? So use these 3 tools. Make an account today. Go and check it out for yourself, and see how you can do things. All right. Now, let me just see what I have in my agenda. Just give me 1 second, guys. Okay. All right. Now, things to remember in the online environment. There's a couple of caveats you should know about it, right? That teaching is much faster in the offline world than the online world. Uh, that means if you understand something, that if your session in the offline was 1 hour, in the online, your sessions will get over in half an hour. Because online, remember, there's not enough two-way communication as compared to one-way communication is much, much higher in the online world, which is why your sessions will get over a bit fast. So pace yourself accordingly. Always keep some activity, the way I did an activity right now in front of you and showed you about this. Number two, you need to keep engaging your students. So keep on asking them questions, use Boxwood, right, for asking a quiz in between, and you can start engaging people accordingly. Use Kahoot for playing games, right? You need to channelize their energy. They will always be mischievous. They'll always try to find different ways to do things. But you will need to find things in a better way to channelize their energy. Also, today you need to be more smarter than the student if you really want to make successful online classes. Now, what are some ways to engage students? Right? So ask them to present one chapter in the class. So like this is what normally I do when I take sessions, right? I normally ask the students to present one chapter, and I ask them to tell them what do they feel about digital more than what I feel about them. Correct. Second thing, what you should be doing is you should ask for their well-being when you begin the class. Don't just start teaching people. Have some informal talk. Have that bonding with them. So recently, I was just appointed as a visiting faculty in one of the colleges just about last week. And when I started my session, the difference in my session as compared to everybody's sessions was because I'm the only faculty who first 15-20 minutes I spend time asking them informal talks, telling them about my story. Then I start teaching subject. That's what creates bonding in them, right? Then there's also a tool called Nearpod, which you can use for having real-time responses, or Kahoot for real-time responses. You can use this tool as well. You can also organize inter-collegiate festivals for people. Like for example, colleges like Jai Hind, Amity, Pearl Academy actually did that. They actually organized an entire inter-collegiate festival. You can also have online TEDx talk type videos for people as well, right? Where you can call a guest. I'm more than happy to come if you want in your college to give a quick TEDx talk and also talk something about digital technologies, right? But you can actually do that as well. Right? You can actually make them do presentations also if they want. Right? You can ask them to do presentations. You can do that as well. And you can also do presentations and ask them to upload on Instagram, because if you use the medium that they use, it will be much, much better for them. And you can also give them group assignments. You can tell them that, hey, work in a group, use group assignments, and you can use that as a way to engage people as well. There's some tips to engage students while you're taking a live class. Do you think this is helpful for all of you? Correct, Vikrant. That's right. Yep. So you should actually do this thing for them. Right. So essentially, remember some checklists for online college management. First step is to make students comfortable. If need be, train them. Train them how to go online. Train the students, because even they are as nervous as you. Okay. Then second step is to train teachers how to work online. So for that, use our past videos in case you want. So all our videos are there on our YouTube channel. You can use all those videos. You can get all the teachers in a group and you can all listen to the videos with us. So we did about 3 FDPs. In the first FDP, we covered, how can you use Zoom? How can you start engaging people? How can you start checking papers? Do that. Make them watch our videos and, take a YouTube channel, put it on a bigger screen, or, use Zoom, beam our videos to all the faculties and show them, right? And you can do that. So get teachers online. And ultimately, I want one of the teachers over here to become a digital lead in respective colleges and start imparting the training that we give you to your teachers. That is the way, your teachers will also get empowered. And every teacher can actually go online, no matter wherever they are. Then third step is to onboard students. You start getting students and you onboard them in the software. It can be Google Meet, it can be Classroom, it can be Teams, whatever you want. Okay. So add students to an LMS, use Google Calendar to start sending them reminders about sessions. Then schedule a live class session. For that, use Zoom, Livestorm, whatever software you want. Or so according to me, I can use Zoom, but in case you're worried about Zoom, use Livestorm, use Google Meet, whatever you like. Right. Then finally, you have got materials and assessment sharing. Use Google Classroom or LMS for that. And when you do all of these things, this becomes a holistic online school management. So in case if you want to take a picture of the slide, you can keep it handy and you can hang it somewhere. In case you're the person who's managing the IT or infrastructure for your school, and you can actually do that for them as well. Do you think this checklist is going to come in very handy to all of you? Yep. Correct. So do that, right? So this is how you can start doing things for yourself. Now, in case some people are on YouTube, my request is, in case you're watching us on YouTube, press subscribe button, because when you do that, it will actually help you to do things better. Okay, and also it will help you to also become a much better faculty than anybody else. All right. Just give me 1 second. Let me just pull my other slide. So in the meanwhile, I want all of you, okay, I want all of you people to actually take the photograph, share it with the teachers, share it with your respective faculty members, and tell them that why is it so important, okay, for everyone to go online and do things over there. And one of the quick tips that I have for all of you is you can also break your students into a quick, into very quick teams, and you can actually do that as well. Right. So now we got an announcement to make. Okay, before I tell you more about the test, okay, we also have an upcoming seminar for students and parents this time, both. So students and parents is the next session of ours, which is going to happen next to next weekend. So in case you feel, you want to, imagine if faculties loved it so much, how much do students love? In case you want to make your students' life easy, okay, then you should actually be giving them this link called /join SDP. SDP means student digital parenting program, right? So for example, this is for parents and students both, okay, where we want both of them to come together, where we actually educate them about digital marketing, and we also educate them, about some tools which we also taught you as well, correct? Which will make your life easy for everybody else as well. So this is a session happening next to next week. Okay, so today we're sitting on 25th. We're doing it on the next weekend of 13th and 14th of July, where we are teaching students and parents how to go online, how to run their entire digital systems for themselves, and how do we essentially, help their businesses, parents' businesses affected. How do we bring them on track? How can students use digital for better use, for better learning, for better understanding of subjects, and also, using digital marketing as career, because ultimately, we're in a digital business. So in case you think, if you enjoy it so much, how much would your students and their parents would enjoy? So this is open for all age groups, okay? No matter whichever age group they are. Even if the student is just 10 years old, even that's absolutely fine. So ask them to go to this link, bit.ly/join SDP, and they can actually use this link to register for our next session. Okay, now coming to the test. So this is the test link for all of you. Okay, it's called bit.ly/join FDP version 3 day 2. I'm also going to put this link on the YouTube description as well. And basically all of you can give the test right now. Again, same like yesterday, we're gonna shut this link off. Okay, at sharp 8 o'clock. So you have approximately 3 hours. And once you fill up this link, people who have given both the tests only will actually get the certificate. Okay. So my request is to give the test right now. I'll put the link on your description boxes. I'll put the link on your chat boxes as well. And I'll give you approximately 5 minutes to actually give the test and everything. Okay, let me just put in the description box over there. Let me also put the link of the student and parents program to join as well.
Hitesh, Hitesh, can you hear me? Hitesh?
Again, this event is absolutely free. The upcoming event is absolutely free, and students and parents who attend will actually get the certificates as well. And your certificates will be in 48 hours. It will be combined PDF, which will be there, which you have to download certificates from. So this is the link. I'll show you where the link is for everybody on YouTube and everybody on Zoom. Certificates will be in 48 hours. It will be combined PDF. As you can see, this is the link: inquiry form, test link, student program. Student program, you click on this link and you can just make them fill up this form. Okay, for the test link is over here, and you can actually use this test link for yourself as well. And remember to give the name as per what you want in certificate, so that there's no mishap in certificate, because we would not be able to change the thing. The student event is absolutely free. Okay, so remember, student event, parent event is absolutely free, and anybody can come and join the event. So you can actually start, sharing this link with everybody so that they start joining in as well. So this is the test link, and in the meanwhile, while we have the test link open, let me just also take this chance to take some question answers, and then we'll have a vote of thanks from Mr. VP Money. Any questions, any doubts that you have, feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions that you want. So let us have a vote of thanks for Mr. VP Money. And Mr. VP Money will conduct the session over here today. So Mr. Money, we would like to invite you here, please. You can join us. In the meanwhile, before VP Money comes, let's take some question answers. They'll probably join in sometime from now. Any doubts, any queries, any questions that you have for us? So before that, did you guys enjoy today? Did you guys have a lot of fun? Give me a quick yes and give me a loud cheer. Okay. So before I conclude session, I'd like to thank all of you, all the participants who joined us for the last 2 days. I'd also like to thank the entire MMT College staff, Dr. C.A. Kishore Peshori sir, for having over here, for being with us for the last 2 days and helping us, guiding us, mentoring us to conduct the session. And I will also like thank my entire team behind this, who have been working day and night to pull the session off, because, while giving session, things look very easy, but trust me, at the back end, a lot of work has to be done, especially in terms of sending messages, sending emails to all of you, following up with people, sending people. So I'd like to thank my entire Nordstrom Academy team who have been working relentlessly in the last 1 week to helping you to have this event in the most seamless fashion. All right.
Hinesh, let me take this opportunity.
So
Hinesh,
that's what it is.
yeah. Hitesh, let me take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of MMK College and on behalf of the entire faculty of MMK College for a wonderful sessions which you had for these 2 days. Thanks, and looking forward to more association with you. Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are
Yeah.
audible.
Yeah, it was really wonderful to have you on this 2 days. You spared your time, and special thanks to Northstorm Academy for training our faculty to be more online in this COVID times. The we look forward to more association with you in the near future for our students, so that the students also benefit from you for the knowledge which you are giving is one of the, I would say, wonderful new techniques which you are teaching to the teachers will go a long way in making them, I would say, good online teachers. They're already good teachers, but good online teaching will be in future times ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Sorry. Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. It was really a pleasure to have you over here, and thank you so much for entire MK team to help us with this event. So now let us basically take some questions. I got some questions from people already. Let me just take that. Rajendra Chaudhary, yes, we do that. So just get in touch with us and we'll help you out with it, right? I've already given you my details, all right? So let me just take some more questions. Ganesh asking whether we need an organization registration for Microsoft Teams or individual email ID is good enough for MT. So you need an organization registration for for Microsoft Teams, Ganesh Ji, and you need to basically make an account with your college ID or school ID. Okay. Flipgrid is absolutely free. That's right. All right. You can make videos in any application you want. No problem on that. Okay. Some questions from YouTube. So Lochana, you need to go to Microsoft Teams and sign up to make an account over there. Right, so she's asking how to make a Microsoft account team. You can do that. So there's no, so as I told, some people are asking for attendance for today's session. Your attendance is only marked when you give a test. You don't give a test, your attendance doesn't get marked. So the test is the only medium for us to understand and mark your attendance. Okay. So Gagan, yes, somebody from our team will get in touch with you in case you filled up the form. Somebody from our team will get in touch with you. So Microsoft Teams will probably be free until the COVID period. Probably after the COVID period, they might start charging you for the Microsoft Teams. I'm not really sure. That's Microsoft calls, but that's my best guess. That's my best guess right now. So Rishika, for mathematics, you can also use Kahoot, but you need to click pictures and you need to upload the image over there for mathematics. Thank you so much, Poonam Chaudhary ji. Correct. The test which I gave is only for today. Yes. So you must have given a test yesterday also. If you give a test yesterday and today, then you get certificates. So Rashi Dua, the tool which I used for talking and typing the text was Microsoft OneNote. Is also that's Microsoft Teams has an inbuilt feature of that as well. Flipgrid is absolutely free. That's right, Vikrant. You need to do till 8 p.m. today. That's right. It is absolutely free, Rashmi. Yes. So if you need to conduct a session, is what I am assuming TSWRDC Commerce is asking if I need to conduct a session for 2 hours, 2 hours, which platform is good, and it will not cost you. This platform will not cost you. If you go above 100 students, if you go 100, you can use Google Meet as well. It's absolutely free for your students. So people are asking me, for the link for the student program. The link is there on your screen right now. The link is also there in the description box of YouTube as well. So my team, if you can just put across a link of student program in the YouTube comment section, it will be great. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much, Evelina. Thank you so much, Atula. All right. Any other questions you guys have for me? Sure, Sunita, we'll take up your questions. We'll take up your feedback. All right. Thank you, Shraddha. So Vikrant, as I told you, the test has to be given by 8 p.m. today. Before 8 p.m. today, you can do it till 8 p.m. 8 p.m. the test gets switched off. So Pradeep, if you use Excel sheet or Microsoft within the team itself to take attendance over there. People remember to subscribe us, okay, on our YouTube channel, so that you guys get actually all the access to our upcoming sessions as well. Okay. Thank you so much, Anupam.
Hitesh, if
So
you can
date is 11th and 12th of July is the date for student and parent program.
Hitesh, if you can request them to review us on Google, please. I've given the link.
So some efficient video recording and editing tools, you can use Camtasia for that, and you need a good camera to actually do that. Also, once again, thank you so much for the entire MK staff for having us over here, and thank you so much, Dr. Kishore Peshwari sir as well. Also, if you're there on the feedback link, we also given a link for Google review. So I would also request, in case you love this session, you love the way we teach, my request is to please go to Google, type the word Nordstorm Academy, and you can just leave us a review over here. You can leave us a review on whatever you feel. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't really matter. Okay, so you can just leave us a review saying that whatever you feel, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. We would love 5-star though, right? But yes, it's completely your choice. You can use a review on Google reviews as well. Just search about our name and you can just leave us a review over there. Thank you. Okay. Let me just take one more few more questions. Okay. So I guess that's about it then. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming over here. Really a pleasure to have you, all of you, over here. And once again, all the very best. People do not have the test link. Test link is in front of you right now. I'll leave this screen open for just next 1 more minute, and then I will just end the session. So once again, thank you so much for being patient listener for the last 2 days. I hope you guys were extremely helpful. You found the session extremely helpful and easy to consume. And I wish you all the very best for your online teaching. I hope that you guys become better teachers. If you wish, look at our past videos, share with other faculties as well, share this video with other faculties as well. So they get benefited. They really understand how teaching really works, what is to be done, what's not to be done. And I want all the Indian teachers to be the best teachers, not only India, but worldwide. I want every teacher in the world to become the best teacher. That's our aim at Nordstrom Academy. Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much to the MK staff, Nordstrom Academy team, and everybody who was with us over here the last 2 days. So thank you so much to the entire audience for being over here. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, bye-bye. See you. Good night.